Hey guys, Red X Rain here. Welcome to another episode of Let's Play every Star Wars game ever. And here we are in the 90s playing, well, you can tell by the title screen, I'm really being loose here with my interpretation of what constitutes a Star Wars game. This is a game called Night Shift. I'll get into the Star Wars connection in a little bit. So first of all, we get to our choice of character here. There's no difference, it's just a difference in how the characters look, but I'm always a fan of, when given the choice, playing as female characters in games, so I guess I'll choose the female character here. Also, you can see here we are in the 90s. This is the first 90s game I'm playing in this series. And, yeah, so this boggled me for a little bit at the start. There's like, this is kind of like the password screen option here. With every level we get like a new code, so there's no save at all, it's just based on those codes. So there you can already see the Star Wars connection that's being made here. We're making Star Wars toys in this game. So this is a Lucasfilm Games game, so it is, produced by, George Lucas's sort of team and that sort of stuff. Of course, the licensing for the characters and everything is the connection that I'm seeing here. But the way you actually play this game, it's really, really interesting. So there's this machine, right? It's going to be producing these toys. And there's a bunch of different interactive pieces to this machine. Like here, there's the bike that I just used, and you use the left and right buttons to sort of pedal the machine, and you can see there's the lights down there are flickering. That means we've powered the machine up. And basically what you're doing is you're climbing. The whole point of the game is to climb this machine, which is called Beast. It's an acronym for something. I don't know what, because I don't really have access to the full instruction manual, or if it says it or not. I don't know, maybe Bionic Engineering Apparatus and Salami Toaster. Why not? So, little things like there was a bolt over there on the right, which I had to fix. You gotta kick some of the plugs in every once in a while. So basically what happens is every level gets a little bit more progressively difficult, where more things on the machine can break, or you have to change the direction of. You can see there's like conveyor belts that are shooting pieces across, right? And there's like sort of a toolbox at the bottom that I'm utilizing. Oops. Technically I died there. There's no real lives here at all. But sometimes, you gotta light this furnace. Sometimes that goes out, or you gotta use the bike again to make sure that the machine is powered. And when everything's working correctly, you can see right there, just made a Stormtrooper doll. There's really not much that can go wrong in the first level here. It's usually just the bolt at the top, the plug that comes unplugged at the top as well, and then just keeping an eye on the bike. So we can just kind of hang out here and just sort of keep seeing our little Stormtroopers being made. Now there's this cool like balloon. You can use the balloon to automatically take you to the top. There's like a what do you call it? Like a umbrella or parasol option that will just automatically take you to the bottom, and a couple other things. Later levels, enemies show up and you can fight them with different tools as well. So this first level actually isn't. Ooh, grab a little extra money. Why not? So this first level isn't really too hard when you know what to do. And see, actually now that I switched the conveyor belts, I thought I was helping, but now I think the heads are not going on top of the bodies like they should. Yep, I messed it up. Well, there's not much time left. You can see in the bottom left there's a candle that's been burning out. That's our timer. I'm hoping we made enough Stormtroopers that I can at least pass this level. I thought I had to change it, but apparently I do not. Alright, when time's up, we see the, see if we've met our quota. So basically, my duty there was, to make 5 Stormtroopers, and it looks like I did. So it just tallies them up, and we get money for each correct toy that we make. Did I only make 5 good ones? Oh, no, I made more. Oh, yeah, okay, I definitely made this. And then we'll also be deducted some money because, as you saw, kind of messed up a couple of Stormtroopers probably showing up right about now. So I made 11 good ones. Okay, all right. And so, yeah, we get a little bit of deduction there. So, I mean, technically, the way that you're winning the game is you just, progress through each shift, and each shift gets a little bit more difficult, like I said, because, you get more things go wrong on the machine, enemies will show up to mess you up later, and also you get more complex orders. So there's our code for shift 2. So if I started the game over, if I just did that, then it would take me automatically to shift, or level 2, if you will. There's a pretty funny kind of in-joke here. It was on like the applications, and you can see at the very top it says Industrial Might and Logic. Of course, that's just kind of a, it's IML, which is just kind of they're making reference to ILM, Industrial Light and Magic, right? Which is George Lucas's what would you call it? Like this sort of special effects and digital effects sort of division for LucasArts and everything, Lucasfilms. So, kind of funny, I guess. It's supposed to be a little helpful. If you look over there to the right, there's like that one blinking red light along with this those green lights up there, and that's basically kind of telling you what's wrong. I haven't quite figured out what all the lights mean, but I know that first blinking red light at least means that, and I'm just riding the balloon up here, oh, no, okay, that bolt is where it should be. That one right there, so that's okay. We just gotta, kick this thing in. And that's usually not enough for level 2. Because the levels stay pretty much the same, similar objectives. But sometimes it kind of randomizes things a little bit. The conveyor belt's going the wrong way? What are we doing here? Okay, so there's our mold right there. But something else isn't right. And it's usually up here. This is where most of the stuff kind of goes wrong. And I'm already getting a little bit of system slowdown on here. You can sort of see it's lagging a little bit. It's not a very complex game. It's just, it ran on, traditional like MS-DOS and Windows in the, in 1990. So I don't know why my very, it's back now. I don't know why my very modern computer is having a difficult time with it. So there we go. So I had to light this, I think it's like the plastic resin burner or something like that. And we can control, with the match here, we can control how hot it gets. And so I think that's what we want. We want it to be kind of simmering like that. And then steam should show up at the top eventually. And when it does, then that means the resin's hot enough and we'll actually get, be producing the plastic for these toys. Still doesn't seem to be hot enough. Maybe I need to do, oh, no, there it goes, okay. It just takes a little bit of time. So it's it's really kind of a time management game. It's semi-platforming, as you can see, but there's no lives or anything. You can keep falling, and all you really lose is time. But really, it's kind of like I said, just sort of a time management game. What do they call those kinds of games where it's like, I wouldn't compare it to like Theme Park or Theme Hospital or anything like that, but I don't know, kind of similar. Maybe it wasn't hot enough. Oops. Maybe I need to mess with it. Maybe it was too, because it can be too hot too. I don't know why I'm having such a hard time with this one this time. But you'll notice this time we're not actually making Star Wars figures. It's just like a man toy kind of thing. But other levels, oh, there we go. Now we're actually producing hard plastics. There we go. Okay, great. Things are going where they should? Wonderful. Okay. So in later levels, you make like, what do you make? You make like a Darth Vader toy. I think you make a Han Solo toy. I don't know if you make a Yoda toy, but there's other Star Wars characters that show up. And so I know I'm playing pretty loose here with what is a Star Wars game, but I thought, especially because it is a Lucasfilm Games game, I'll show it off, because it is pretty interesting, I think. And now we have two different colored heads stacked on top of each other. Clearly I have something wrong going with these conveyor belts. Oh, wait. Oh, okay, he's good. Okay. Maybe it was just like a weird one that kind of slipped through before I changed the resin or something like that. So yeah, this is basically the whole game. I'm not going to do a whole playthrough of this, of course. It's good. It's actually a very, very challenging game. It took me a long time to even figure out like what to do in level 1. It's tricky, but it's fun. So this is the version I thought I would play. It's like the most authentic version, I guess. And now aren't we? The stupid resin again is either too hot or too cold, so I'll muddle with that while I talk about this. So, I consider this kind of be the most authentic version, and it plays the best. Again, it was for, the ran on MS-DOS and Windows and Mac platforms at the time. There were a couple ports made too. One for the ZX Spectrum, which really looks like crap, but it plays pretty much the same. And then there's also a Commodore 64 version, which looks kind of okay, but the controls are really bad. It's super laggy. I mean, it's tough, and not in a fun way. Let's see. So it's producing plastics again. Oh, and I ran out of time? Oh my gosh. Well, I don't think I met my quota this time around. I may have made the 5 men. Okay, I made 1. How many double heads did I make? Just 1? Really? Oh my gosh. Oh, body on top of a head. A bunch of those. Okay, well, I thought maybe I could get to Shift 3, because I think then it comes back to Star Wars characters, but I don't know, I think you get the gist, right? By the way, how awesome is this music? Man, I love this, like, pseudo-industrial, early 90s video game sound. It sounds great. And we're fired, because we didn't meet our quota. But we could just start the level over and over and over again. So it is a lot of trial and error, too. I also feel like there's probably an element of luck sometimes, where you just... you really got to keep an eye on... I think it's the conveyor belts that are the hardest thing. I mean, the bike, you do it, you've done it. The loose bolts, you do it, it's done. The resin, sure, why not? It's those conveyor belts that are the hardest part. Oops. I was trying to put my letters in here, but I always forget that it's where the, oh, dang it. It's where the glove is punching in the letters that is actually determining, not the top of the screen. So let's scrap that, and I'll try and put my initials in. Oh, I gotta do that again for each one? Jesus. Well, anyway, well, this isn't... I think I've pretty much done all I can with this game, right? So next time we'll move on to another 1990. I think it's 1991. So this is it for 1990. To another game that's actually a full-fledged Star Wars game. But again, as always, thanks for watching. Please like, please comment, please subscribe. I do always appreciate it, and I will see you guys next time. Till then, may the Force be with you.